Hi there, guys. Um, Happy New Year. Happy New Year is what I wanted to say. Um, January 1st, 2024. And that in itself is a blessing. It's just good to know we made it. A lot of people didn't make it. And that's honestly and truly, you know. So what I want to talk about today is I want to help you guys with quote unquote New Year's resolutions. The beginning of the year, the new year or whatever is the time that we all have and do, some of us still make a resolution to do so many different things. A lot of times it's losing weight. A lot of times it's to get another job, to do something that, we've been wanting to do. And that's kind of more of what I want to talk about, is doing the thing that you already know you need to do and that you have been wanting to do. So, if you want to, of course, find a whole new resolution, then that's good too. But I don't even want to say New Year's resolution. My determination of what I am going to accomplish this year is something, and it's actually a couple things that I have been procrastinating about for a long time. And I've come up with excuses. I've come up with things that have hindered me and why. And two things I want to talk about that is helping me very, very much. It's really, really helping me. It's maybe a new mindset, new way of looking at things. But the first thing is me talking to myself. And what I mean by that is I listened to this wonderful spiritual leader who I've listened to for years. And one of the things that he teaches is to don't try to shut your mind up all the time. Go with it. Go ahead and go carry the thought out. You may have heard me say that on a video or two, something I've meant to I start saying, and then I was like, oh, well, never mind. But then I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and carry that thought out, carry that thought through. And what that means is so many times our minds, and I can speak for myself, my mind is what has stopped me from doing so many things in my life, things that I wanted to do, things that I needed to do. And I allowed my mind to bring about fear and panic and anxiety, and I let that stop me. The next thing is I learned from another spiritual leader. The previous spiritual leader talks about it too, but the other one went into a lot more depth talking about it. And what that is knowing and having the realization, truly realizing that you are not the same person. Many times the way he teaches is even moment to moment, like literally moment to moment, we are changing and we are different and we're not even the same person we were, 5-10 minutes ago. So I take that and I utilize that in when my mind begins to try to stop me or try to deter me or try to tell me those old things from before. Oh, you can't do this, and oh, that didn't work out before, and that is something that's too far out of your reach, too far out of your range. You can't do it. Other people can do it. You can. All those type things that my mind tells me. I don't know what your mind tells you, but those are the kind of things that my mind tells me, and it caused me for many years. It has caused me to stop, to just literally stop and get into that place of anxiety, get into that place of, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't, and yeah, that did happen, and so at the end of the day, I would just scare myself into stopping, and I would panic myself into stopping, whereas it would just be easier then to just not even do it, not even go through with it. And where those two spiritual leaders have begun to help me is, especially in continuing to tell myself, you're not that person no more. Like who you were when you were in 5th grade and couldn't accomplish math or whatever. Because I have a real math anxiety. Like I really, really do. Yeah. And so with that being the case, it has halted me. It has really halted me in a lot of things. And I know now, being older, that I'm not by myself. I know there's like so many people who don't like math. So many people who look at math as it's just, so scary. And I think a lot of that was not just the math for me. It was me not understanding also and realizing that I even as a kid had social anxiety. Never realized that I just went along with it. I just thought it was a part of me and my personality. I didn't even know it was a name for it. And seeing all those numbers and letters and parentheses and all those, I would just look at it and I would get completely overwhelmed, and I would get scared. I really would. And I would just determine that I can't do it. I really would. Like some of it I wouldn't even attempt. And it's been a hindrance. It's been a huge hindrance in my life. And the good news, the good news is that I have gotten myself a private tutor. It's been 2 weeks now. This is going into my 3rd week now that I've been getting tutored in math, and like I say, and of course I'm going to go on to do other things, but I just want to do this and accomplish this first, and then I'll go on into more and telling you guys more. But I want to conquer this fear. I want to, like I say, talk to myself, carry the thought on out. And what that thought is, oh, well, if you fail the final test, if you take it and fail. I mean, that's really it, because I'm trying to think of anything else but that's it. Ultimately, if you take it and fail. But here's the thing. I always let that part stop me instead of realizing that, well, you can take the test again. You could take the test again. You know what I'm saying? So I always allowed that fear of failure to just stop me, and I would just not even go through with it. And talk myself into procrastinating more and more and more. And at the end of the day, the talking to myself was carrying that thought on through. Okay, so if I do fail the test, then what? Like, how is it going to affect my life? What is it going to do to me? Am I going to go to prison? Is it going to kill me? Am I going to starve to death? Like, what is it literally going to do? And this is where you stop your mind and allow yourself to answer those questions. Because a lot of times what we do is we just go ahead and live in the fear, and then just like, oh, yeah, yeah, you're right, and we don't carry it on through. Well, the worst that could literally happen is I would have to take the test again. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Long as it's there, long as it's available, take it again. You know what I'm saying? You may not have to take it again. But at the end of the day, it's learning to get the understanding that you can stop allowing your mind and your fear and anxiety and all those things that the mind brings to you to just stop you, where you just never do it again. So, or you wait so long before you do it again. And that is my message. That is my New Year's to you, that, you can bring up you can have a New Year's resolution if you want. But I say, go back to that thing that you really, really want. Go back to that idea, that mindset, that ideology, that new job, that, furthering your career, that whatever it is, that is the core of what has been stopping you. Instead of starting something new, go back and tackle that. That's my New Year's resolution to myself, a decision to myself, is that I'm going to go back and do the thing that I know I needed to do and have always wanted to do for a while now. And there's actually two things, and I've already started on one. Like I said, I already got the math tutor, so I'm going to be working on that. But also a license that I had, a state license that I had, I have let lapse for so long, and it's something that would bring me a lot more money and it would get me out of the situation that I am right now financially. Not that I'm struggling or anything, but it would give me more financial freedom. And I am going to tackle that as well at the end of the day. I mean, because here's the funny thing about it and me, before I cut the video off. Both of these things, one I've already had. I just need to, I do have to go back through the process of getting it again. But I'm very secure in it because I've done it forever. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I have not had, but I am so determined at this point, and I'm taking the steps that I know I need to take, like getting the tutor to help me, because unlike what I realized in my life when I was younger, or just, there's so many other things to distract you when you're young. You got kids, I was married, I was working, but it was just so much that I could use to stop my progression, and I did. But at this point in time, like I say, I don't really have too much of a excuse anymore. And so I'm determined to go ahead and follow through with it and see it through. I have called about it. I've gotten the information about it. I have gotten the price, how much it's going, it's structured to, it's really technically almost a no-fail thing. It's just really me doing it. And although I would tell you, don't necessarily make yourself a time limit. If you have to, do it, but ultimately, there really is no time limit. I can do it whenever, but I wanted to start now. And I am giving myself about 3 months. I'm giving myself till about March to go ahead and get this stuff done, accomplished, or either halfway through or whatever, because like I said, in both situations, the one of the things I've already had before. It's just a matter of redoing, going back through the steps. The other thing, I've already accomplished half of it. I just really need to go back and finish. That's all I really got to do. And when I look at it like that, I'm like, man, I really am halfway through with it. Like, just go back and finish it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I encourage you guys to do. You can make any kind of resolution or decision or whatever it is that you want to make. But my point is, I'm just saying, tackle the thing that you have been wanting to do. If you don't do anything else but take the steps or go through the steps of getting the information on what to do, how to finish it, how to accomplish it, and then take the time, because you're worth it, period. Take the time to find out, even if you got to break it down into little steps. What do I have to do here? Well, what is this going to then take for me to do to accomplish this? And talk to yourself, figure it out, find out, break it up. However you need to do it, just do it. Just do it. So, let me know if you guys are interested. Let me know what it is, and if there's any way that I can help you. I mean, we could do it together. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself until March. If you have a time set or whatever it is you need to do, I'm just saying tackle it and take yourself through the steps of even beginning it. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes, and then I'm going to cut this video off. Sometimes there are things that seem so overwhelming. And that's another thing for me. Sometimes when I look at the whole big picture, it's scary. And it is very overwhelming. So at the end of the day, it works for me to break things up. Do this much this way. Find out about this part and then how you can accomplish this. Find out the next step, how you're going to do this. What do you need to do to get it done? You know what I'm saying? So break it up if you have to. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about you, for you, and it's going to benefit you. So, you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Once again, thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you for being here with me. We're going to have a great year. Like, we really, really are. We're going to have a great year. At the end of 2024, it's going to be better than 2023. And we're going to be looking to 2025 with determination and knowing that we could do it. We could do anything. You guys, please subscribe. Please hit all notifications so that you know when I upload new videos. Leave me a comment. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, I'll see you next time.